Chargers and the Broncos, divisional matchup here, and a big one, a really big one. These are two teams that are absolutely fighting for the top of this division, for this division title this year, especially with the Kansas City Chiefs starting this year off 0-2. So Chargers, Broncos, which side of the ball you want to start with?
Trev, Broncos fans are kind of mad at me this week, man.
Why? What'd you do?
They're kind of mad, man. They don't like the way I've been talking about Bo Nix and how he's played through 2 weeks. They really don't. I know we were having this debate the other day, and we've been having this debate all week, but they're not big fans, you know. And look, all I've said is I don't like this new high variance gunslinging Bo Nix because I don't think it's been great. And right now, through 2 weeks, he's got the lowest passing grade in the NFL on 10+ yard throws. Here's what I'll say. If you want to prove you can be that gunslinger and throw the ball downfield all the time, and that's what we're going to be is home run hitting in Denver, well, this is the secondary you're trying to prove it against. They are really good at preventing explosive plays. Geno Smith against the Chargers on Monday was 0 for 12 on 10+ yard throws, and the Chargers right now have by almost 20 points, Trevor, the highest coverage grade in the league against these throws. 4 for 20 they're holding opponents to. 3 interceptions, 32.5 passer rating allowed. Remember, 39.6 is what you get if you just spike the ball into the ground every play. Derwin James, Alohi Gilman, Tariq Still, Cam Hart, all these guys that are playing such great football in this Chargers secondary, and the way that Jesse Minter and all of his zone coverage just puts an absolute lid on opposing passing games. They make you win underneath. They make you win running the football. They make you win the way that the Denver Broncos won games last season in a more conservative nature because they just don't give up home runs, especially with those two safeties and the way that Derwin James just flies all over the field from different alignments. You're playing with fire here if you're doing this and you're trying to chuck deep balls against this Chargers defense. Geno Smith couldn't make it happen, and he's one of the best vertical passers in the league. He was absolutely shut down from those big throws. Bo Nix, you can try it, but if I was making a suggestion, you should probably go back to being a little more conservative and accurate underneath and taking a more workmanlike approach, because this is not the secondary to mess around and try to take shots with constantly.
I think this is going to be a really close game because I do still think that you're going to see Bo Nix push it a little bit, but I don't think you're going to see him push it as much as he has over the last 2 weeks because of what you mentioned. If he does, I think there's a chance that he could really get in trouble, and the Broncos could be in a little bit of trouble here. On the other side of things for the Chargers, Justin Herbert's playing really, really well. He's playing very controlled. He's not lighting the world on fire with a million big-time throws or anything, but man, the passer rating is so high, the PFF passing grade is so high, and he's just playing a very clean brand of football, and he's getting this team wins in each of the last 2 weeks, especially against the Chiefs team to start the season, which I know was really big for them. The run game, though, not great for this Chargers team. 31st in the NFL in EPA per rush, 28th in yards per carry average. I mean, Amari and Hampton and Najee Harris just have not been explosive backs for them. They're willing to give them the ball. They have a decent amount of carries so far this season, but every time they do, it's basically just to try to stay balanced. They haven't been really giving any of these guys the ball because they're feeding the hot hand. They're trying to do what is working on offense. They're really just trying to get them going still at this point. And the Broncos struggled with Jonathan Taylor last week, through the air, on the ground. They're looking for a bounce back performance here. And so I think that they're going to be trying to play up to their highest potential, especially when it comes to stopping the run. And this is an opponent that has not been able to run the football much so far this season. So if that goes well for the Broncos, if they are able to continue to make the Chargers offense one-dimensional like it has been for the first 2 weeks, I think this is a very close game. I do have the Chargers winning this one at home, 23-21, which the line is the Chargers are favored by 2.5. So that's right there with what DraftKings sees as the line for this game. So I think it's going to be a close one. I really don't know which version of Bo Nix that we're going to get, even though I'm not really as worried about it overall as you are. I don't know which version we're going to get for this game specifically, and if he's going to continue to be aggressive, this is a tough opponent to be aggressive with, and you could see a couple of turnover-worthy plays really bite them. But That's how I see this game going. Who do you think wins this game with the score?
To your point about the Chargers' offensive line, I think the run blocking was an even bigger concern when Rashawn Slater got hurt than the pass blocking was. Right now, the only two teams with fewer rushing yards before contact are Cincinnati and Las Vegas, who you've already talked about twice, highlighting how bad their run blocking has been. The Chargers are right down there with them, so it is tough. Look, Hampton and Harris are obviously two talented backs, but it's tough when your line's not blocking anyone, and the injuries and the adjustments the Chargers have had to deal with since the preseason, that's big. But I still like the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert's playing fantastic football right now. Bo Nix against this secondary, I'm not trusting it this week. I think I need to see some adjustments from this offense to be just dial it back just a little bit, be a little more conservative, and work to the chains and get first downs and manufacture offense. I like the Chargers 27-20.